One of the wealthiest areas of Los Angeles, as you can see right there, is on fire at this hour, and with extremely high winds. We're talking about Santa Ana winds. The fire is rapidly expanding. In just a few hours, the fire grew from 1,200 acres to 3,000 plus acres. Some 30,000 residents of Pacific Palisades, which is in West Los Angeles, very close to the ocean, have been evacuated. Now, more than 15,000 homes are now threatened, but that includes a lot of other structures like businesses, and there's a high school. Palisades High School is also burning. That is the athletic fields. We don't know if any of the classrooms or the other facilities have burned, but the athletic fields were on fire as of a little while ago. Firefighters don't exactly know how many homes have been destroyed at this point, but it's certainly at least several dozen. You can see the wildfire sweeping there, and we have seen pictures of dozens of homes in certain areas in certain neighborhoods on fire. These are multi-million-dollar homes, as you might imagine. The LA Fire Department so far is strapped for resources. They are asking for any firefighters out there to call their hotline to come in and help, and we have reporters out there who have said that some of these neighborhoods have no firefighters at all. One official called this, quoting, the worst case scenario. And early on, many residents ran into trouble after grabbing their belongings, trying to evacuate. They literally got stuck in traffic, and many chose to abandon their cars altogether and run for their lives. Fire crews then had to use bulldozers to clear the vehicles off the road. Other areas in Los Angeles and Ventura counties also on high alert tonight. In fact, there is a fire that is pushing more than 100 acres in the Pasadena area. And with the high winds expected to pick up sometime from right now until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we expect this to be the most volatile part of the evening. And some parts of Southern California could actually see hurricane force winds overnight. Let's get to the scene right now. Matt Finn is live in Pacific Palisades with the latest on what's happening on the ground. Matt, what do we know?
Well, Trace, we've been experiencing what you can call a firestorm, intense biting winds carrying embers and flames and debris here in the Palisades area. Throughout the day and the evening, we've actually had to stabilize ourselves. The winds have been so strong here. And I'll show you right now, I'm standing along the Pacific Coast Highway in Temescal Canyon. You could see these flames burning the homes, burning the soil, reaching the highway. At some points, the embers and flames appearing to kind of jump over the highway into the ocean area. But for now, the fire is being contained against the PCH. And earlier today, we saw homes burn. We've been hearing loud explosions and booms. There's another one right now. And we're kind of standing at a base area, a command post for LA Fire and police. And we are watching them kind of put together a strategy and a game plan. And, you know, every once in a while, these flames kick up and they light up the night sky. And the conditions out here, Trace, are pretty much as bad as it can get for trying to control fires. We had the red flag warning here in Los Angeles. Authorities began warning people in Southern California about the possibility of fires today, and now we are witnessing basically worst case scenario. We've watched the flames and watched the fires rip through canyons, rip through the mountainside, the hillside, some of the, you know, the famous picturesque Southern California hills and canyons that you could see from the Santa Monica Pier, that you could see from Santa Monica and Malibu. That's what we're looking at.
Here on Palisades Drive, if anybody has a car and they leave their car, leave the keys in the car, right, so that we can move your car, so that these fire trucks can get up Palisades Drive. Yeah. What's happening is people take their keys with them as if they're in a parking lot. This is not a parking lot. Yeah. We really need people to move their cars. So if you leave your car in Palisades Drive, leave the key in there so a guy like me can move your cars and get them up there so that these fire trucks can get up there. It's really, really important.
Thank you for talking to us live, sir. What's your name?
My name is Steve Gutenberg.
Steve, do you live in this area?
I live in the area. Yeah, I live right up the hill, and thank goodness everybody. But I have friends up there right now, and they can't evacuate because it's stuck on Palisades Drive.
Yeah, and you're an actor.
Yeah, I'm an actor.
Okay, now you look familiar. You look familiar to me now.
Yeah.
So, sir, do you have family up there? I was just talking to that gentleman. He has a mom who's stuck up in the hills.
Yeah, there are people stuck up there. So we're trying to clear Palisades Drive, and I'm walking up there as far as I can, moving cars. But people don't take their keys with them as if it's a parking lot. There are families up there. There are pets up there. There are people who really need help.
And you told us that this is one of those situations, we have seen this. People are not able to move. We were in our live truck. We couldn't even move. They told us to bust a U-turn. I've never seen traffic this slow.
Well, of course, we've got a huge fire up there. We've got huge winds right now. And it's really important for people to help each other. It's really important for everybody to band together. And don't worry about your personal property. Just get out. Get your loved ones and get out. I have friends up there that can't get out right now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
They've been given evacuation orders.
Have you been, could you call them? Did you talk to them?
Yeah, I spoke to everybody up there. It's starting to move. But
we're seeing the cars. Okay, so we're seeing the cars that he's talking about, but they're moving very slowly. If you notice this, they're trickling in, coming from the top of the hill, car by car.
These are the images coming in right now. Authorities are calling this a, quote, particularly dangerous situation, a fast-moving wildfire racing through Pacific Palisades. Tens of thousands racing to evacuate homes already lost tonight. The fire breaking out on a hilltop west of Los Angeles, already burning across more than 1,200 acres. Firefighters racing to the scene, some deployed ahead of time. They knew the winds were going to be dangerous. The fire spreading quickly, destroying this truck. So many families racing to get out tonight after James Woods posting this video of flames near his home. Everyone in Pacific Palisades told to leave, many caught in traffic jams, some leaving on foot tonight, grabbing only what they could.
Tonight, the Palisades fire burning homes and forcing thousands to run for their lives. The fire erupting in the Pacific Palisade foothills west of Los Angeles around 10:30 local time. Fire trucks racing to the scene, aircraft attacking it from above.
We threw everything we had at it really quick. We knew that if we didn't get it in 20 minutes, it would go to hundreds of acres.
But those efforts, no match for those devastating Santa Ana winds. Just in the past couple of seconds since we've been here, this fire has crested this little hill we're on. The entire basin here is engulfed in flames. You can see it all the way down to the ocean behind me. That's where that light is. You can see that fire right now, taking over that pile of leaves and debris, and behind us the bulk of that massive fire now taking over most of this northern part of Pacific Palisades. The entire population of Pacific Palisades ordered to evacuate, traffic gridlocked for miles. Drivers stuck beside burning hillsides, some setting out on foot, vehicles catching fire. What's going on up there?
Houses on fire up on the corner and all the way down that street.
Megan Garman, her daughter, and their dog evacuating on foot after they abandoned their vehicle.
Well, the smoke just got really bad, so I just started packing up all of our stuff, and we got in the car to go. And then all the cars were abandoned, so I had nowhere to go, so I just had to get out of my car and start walking. The smoke is so bad. Authorities helping the family to safety. Actor James Woods posting this video of flames near his home.
We've got a lot of planes going over, dropping water, but
you can see how that wind is casting the embers, sending that fire right into that house just above that stand of trees in there. Firefighters in an all-out battle to save this shopping center, pulling hoses right through businesses and even using buckets at one point to stop the spread. The fire danger throughout Southern California critical because of a Santa Ana windstorm that could bring gusts of 100 miles an hour to some areas. The National Weather Service going as far as to warn people to stay away from windows. David, the fire behind me burning so hot you can actually hear it hissing. The entire row of houses here in Pacific Palisades on the street going down in that direction is now on fire. We have not seen a firefighter here. And more bad news for the tens of thousands of residents here in the Pacific Palisades. The winds are forecast to increase tonight and into tomorrow across most of LA County. Millions of people are going to become affected.
Also another scene earlier. This is when a lot of people had nowhere to go. They abandoned their cars because the flames were fast approaching. As a result, LA City Fire, they had to come in because the road was completely blocked. They bulldozed all the cars off to the side to make that emergency route to clear it out. Eric Scott of LAFD and LAPD Chief Jim McDonald, they were asked about this situation. Here's what they had to say.
So questions about abandoned cars, that's a good question that has come up. Law enforcement assists us heavily with evacuation, but please remember it's an active incident. We don't have the answers to all of these questions. We will certainly look at that. That's very important.